custom interior. They're for the Jeep Gladiator. So let's open them up. They're custom seat covers that we're gonna be installing on my Jeep Gladiator. I have the cloth seats. So it should be the front and rears on these two little boxes. I believe these are the uppers. And it does come with a little bag in the rear. Check out those stitching. Let's see what color it is. Seems like either white stitching or silver stitching. Pretty cool. It does have your airbag logo as well. Let's check out the bottom. The headrest. And this is where you sit on. This way. Oh, not bad. These are gonna look pretty cool. Some tools to help me install them. A decal. And a second headrest. The other box contains the rear. I wanted to show you guys what the current interior looks like. And it's all cloth. This I added is just a little cushion here, but overall it's just black cloth, nothing special. I do have 2 kids, 2 boys, and if you have any of those, you know how dirty it can get back here. I recently went to the car wash, so it's kind of clean, but they did already drop some Powerade, as you can see. The seats overall they're okay, but you do see little stains from when they have snacks back here. So yeah, I did want my Jeep with leather seats. Unfortunately, this one didn't come with any. I do know that on certain models as well, they don't add this pocket here. Instead, it comes with a net, I believe. But luckily, this one already had the pocket, and the seat covers I'm adding will have that pocket still, which is a good thing to have. I did install our passenger side, and on the driver's side, I'll go over it step by step on how to do it. It's fairly easy for the front seats. I have yet to do the rear, but we should be able to get it done. This is our front set right here. I have it sitting ready, and then I was trying to work on a way to kind of record this the best possible way. So I removed my Freedom top here, got a little camera set up there, that way we can try and get mostly everything. The easiest part is your headrest. You got 2 buttons here that we're gonna be pressing in order to be releasing it, that way we can get it off. And we got it off. So since we got the headrest off, we'll start with the headrest. And if you can see, the patterns are almost identical. So you got your stitching here on the sides, stitching and then this little design here at the top, you get it here. And it will have two Velcro straps right here. And you can actually, if they get stuck in there, you can get them at the end. But all you're gonna do is slide this on, and you just have to work it a little bit to get it on there. So I feel for the top and see how much more I still need. There's not much that I need. There. So that's that. You go back in and get that Velcro. And this one, you decide how tight you want it. So the headrest is technically done. The next part, we could either do the upper or the lower. It really doesn't matter which you do first. So we'll do the upper. What you're gonna do is, if it's zipped up, it has a zipper here on the side, you want to unzip it. And also, let me show you, these are gonna be at the bottom ends. They're hooks. And then these little plastic parts, this is what prevents it from moving around. Those we're gonna stick in here. It's 3 of them that are gonna go through there. And then these plastic tabs here, these should have enough stretch to get these little holes inside underneath these plastic parts. Throw that on there, and feel free to work on it from the rear as well if you need to. Slides on pretty good. Now I'm gonna hop in the back and take care of these parts right here. So on the other one, I did it with my hands. I didn't really need a special tool. You just stretch it. The first one, usually it's pretty easy. And then on the second one, I usually struggled a little bit, but we still got it. They did send it with tools and you could use them, but if I wasn't able to get it with my hands, I'd probably use those tools. So luckily we got it. Now I'm gonna zip up that little zipper back here. And I won't be attaching the hooks till the end. Before I change the camera angle, let's pass these little tabs through. So, these are like stretchy, and you pass it through flat, and then you want it to kind of, once it's in there, you want it to turn this way so it actually does its job. Let's pass this one underneath. And as you're passing it backwards, you can adjust it. So I'm grabbing it with 2 or 3 fingers. Once I get it in there, I push it from the bottom. lost the grip on that one. And it's there. Same with this one. It's gonna be 3 of them. So we got those back there. There we go. All fitted. I just have to place the hooks in the back, but in the meantime, let's work on our bottom piece here. Let me just get set up for that. All right, so only on the driver's side you'll need to do this. The passenger side doesn't have this part here, so the way you will take this off is you'll get a flathead and you'll find a little spot here. This does spin, so let's see if we can get it to lock so it doesn't move around on us. So pop this off, and then you're gonna have a Phillips head here. Let's get this off, and now we can put our seat cover over that part. All the rest of it should just pass on through the inside here of that handle, and we should be good. All right, so that's about the best angle I can get. Seats all the way back, and let's see if we can make this work. The camera makes it pretty difficult to record because of all the small space in here. So this circle here, that's where that little part we removed here on the side goes. Actually, let me show you this one. So in the front, you're gonna have your hooks. Once you set it up, these hooks are gonna go underneath your seat. You'll also have these side ones. It's like a buckle. 2 side ones like this. They'll eventually go here, but underneath the seat. So they'll go through the side underneath the seat, and they'll clamp in the middle. Those are the little parts that are harder to do just because of the location they're at, but it's doable. And again, let's call these plastic anchors, 3 of them as well as the top, and we'll do the same thing. We'll pass them on by. So let's get this set up how we want it. And we'll pass our first anchor. Let's start with the side one here. So if it goes this way, oh, come that way. I like to fold the seat down. It just makes it a little easier for me. There's one. Here goes the second one. And you just gotta be patient. Make sure you get them in there pretty good. I got fat fingers, so it doesn't help. I got it in there, but there we go. You gotta make sure they turn, because if they stay horizontal, the seat will eventually side forward. And we got those done. I really like the tight fit on these. It makes it look like it's the original seat. For a seat cover, there's really no way to top that. I posted a video on my Instagram, and a few of my friends thought I had got new seats. I told them it was just custom seat covers. And they thought it was new seats. But look at that fitment. I'm not done yet. This is the part we'll install that back on there. And then I'll try, once I hook these up, I'll try and get under some video underneath of here. Alright, so we're gonna work on placing this back. And don't be alarmed if this is pulled back a little bit. We still need to adjust the hinge or the hook in the front. And when we're adjusting that hook, we can try and pull this forward and get it nice and centered in order to cover that pretty good. So let's throw this back on there. And we'll get our bolt there. And you don't want to go too much to where you strip it. Pop that back on there. And then once we adjust those hooks, we can always adjust here as well. And let's see if we can get this in view while we're here. So with these hooks, I try not to go underneath the track. I go above the track. You'll see a little opening here. You can pass this through here. So that way when you're moving your seat back and forth, it doesn't mess with the track. Sometimes it could get stuck there. There's grease there. So yeah, now let's get a good camera angle for you guys. Let's see if we can find one. So that's about the best I could do for you guys. Alright, so from the front, what I did is I'm reaching to get the hook from the rear, and there's plenty of spots where you could put these hooks. Just find a good spot that you feel works and just hook it on there. There's no right or wrong. I got the rears, and also while you're here, you want to grab that little buckle. There's a chance you might not be able to see much, but I tried. So I buckle these with one hand. There we go. Those are buckled in. Now we just gotta hook the front ones. Just remember not to hook it to any wires. You don't want to do that. So I don't know how much of that you were actually able to see, but we got them all hooked. I adjusted here. Now let's just get our headrest. Put that here. Bam, one-handed. So hopefully this helps you guys with your install. This is the front driver, passenger, all set. This looks amazing. Good fitment. You retain your rear pocket here. This, after you clip these, they tuck away, so you looks like OEM fitment. It really does. So now we'll have to work on the rears. Alright, so we're gonna work on getting the rears done, and let's see, we'll probably start with the actual headrest. There's the little one. So we'll start with this back seat here. This headrest part has a little hole. The reason for that is the seat itself has a little push here to turn this up and down. Let's see if we can get this on there. And it also has your Velcro on there, like the front ones. So you want to just slide this one on there. There we go. And I'm just tucking that little hole with the plastic, and I'll show you guys here in a little bit. And this one's gonna be for the other side. And then we got our upper case here. These are just Velcro in the back, and then your plastic anchors here. From what I can tell, one of the Velcros goes through the middle of the headrest. Pull that through. Velcro it to the back. It'll stick on nicely on there. So 4 pieces of Velcro. Oh, just kidding. 4, 5, 6, 7. So far it's 7 pieces of Velcro, because they'll take some Velcro here on the sides. Go. Not bad. This is pretty cool in the way it fits. Let's pass those anchors through. Anchor there. Anchor there. Looks pretty good there. And here you'll see a little zipper track, and we're gonna attach it to the second piece. But before we do that, let me put the bottom piece here. So this one's gonna have 2 of the buckles plastic buckles. They'll go down and up. And I also see some Velcro here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 pieces of Velcro. This seat actually tilts up. Down here. Let me pass these through. I'm just pushing these buckles, I don't know what you would call them, back there, and that way when I lift it up, I can just pull them from back there. Here's one, and here's the other. Buckle up there, and buckle up there, and now let's attach our Velcro. That's about how it goes. I just have to adjust it here once I'm in there. And let's take a look here, because I believe this headrest does pop off. Yep. This is a small one. That looks about right. Let's get these Velcro straps. So that's how I got it on there. I have it over the metal parts there. Because I could flip this to where this is here, but I think it's gonna look off. So we'll keep it this way. And let's grab the other piece. We're gonna start with these holes right here. You tuck those in there. This is where the headrest goes. Tuck those in there. Then we can Velcro down. And here's where they'll attach. So maybe We'll do this part at the end. Let me get on that side and we'll do that side. Alright, we're on our last side. Let's get our seat belt through there. I think it has a little slit through here for the seat belt, and it does. The seat belt goes right through there. This Velcro, it has 3 of them at the top here. One of them goes through the middle. And then feel free to get them in position and then worry about getting them nice and fit once they're on there. So 3 here on the side. Let me hop on here. I know the sun is causing a bit of glare. So this piece has a Velcro here. This is where the seat belt and headrest meet. It's pretty much set. I just have to pass the anchors, but before I do that, let's work on getting the zipper connected here. There we go. Let's hide that little zipper. Anchor here in the middle. That's good. And then 3 more anchors over here. Good. Now we just need this piece and the headrest. Actually, let's do the headrest. Pretty easy. But let me see if I can still get this. Because I already tied this, I can't fold the seat down. So let me get the Velcro ready. And I'll just Velcro in position. There we go. Oh, and then this piece on the side, push that through. We're good there. Let's throw this one back on there. This whole setup, I would say, can get done in an hour or less. So we're dealing with a buckle here in the middle, 2 buckles over here, so 3 buckles and some Velcros. So let's go ahead and throw these to the back. one more here. There we go. I'm gonna buckle these up. There's one more here. I may be missing one. We'll search for it. I might have missed one, and I did. Here it is. See if I will go that way. I'll just push that one back there. Got it. Oh, the ones I pushed through came back forward. Start to Velcro these. So I didn't really like how my seatbelt was getting caught. So what I'm gonna do is try and tuck these into this plastic here. And it does seem like it'll catch on. Right underneath there. Let's see. There we go. Now we can just Velcro these down. And that should be a lot better. Alright, so let's give you a quick walkthrough. This is the fronts. Driver's side right here. Passenger side, super clean. Here's a side view. Really nice. The front buckets, 10 out of 10 for sure. These seats are awesome. I really like them. And for the rear, I feel like they could fit a little better. I'll probably give them a 7.5 out of 10. The tops fit pretty well. The bottoms are the ones I'm more like, oh, you could tell that it's a seat cover in a way, but still fits pretty good. But the reason I say that is because I think it would be hard to make it fit any better without it being actually new upholstery to leather. But everything works as it should. I believe as we use them, they'll form to the seat a little better. And there's the back of the front seats. These fit super well. And the rears do as well. Let me show you this spot here. When I was recording, you couldn't really see what I was doing here on the side, but I was just pushing everything through here. I did it all by hand, no tools, and it came out pretty clean, not too hard to place. I would recommend these for what they are. They're probably the best seat covers you'll find. And yeah, hopefully this video helps you guys make a decision if you want to go this route. And on how to install them. I didn't really see any instructions on the boxes, but they were all straightforward. But as always, thanks for watching.